Good morning and welcome, or good day. Today we're going to do a 45-minute yoga practice to help us become more grounded and more centered in the present moment. My name is Monica, and good morning if you're joining us live. So we'll take a moment and find an easy pose or sukhasana on your mat, and gently bringing your awareness within to the breath, and start to notice how you're feeling in this moment. How's your energy this morning or this day? How's your emotional body? Just do a little tune in. Withdraw your awareness from the outside world and just bring it inwards. So this next 45 minutes is about you and you, your relationship to yourself. Good. All right, close your eyes. Start to deepen your breath. So when you breathe in, you feel your belly move away from you. When you exhale, gently bringing your belly towards your spine. Feeling the back of your waist drop a little bit, and your spine lift. Good, now dropping your chin to your chest, let's start to circle the neck. So we start with an easy warm-up, inhaling up and exhaling down. And then circle the other way. And circle the other way again. Nice. And then bringing your head to the center. Let's uncross the legs and give them a shake out on the mat. So sit the long ways on your mat, like me, and shake your legs. Get some energy in your legs, let them loosen up a little bit, and then circle your ankles, circle your knees, one way and the other way. Point and flex your feet. Just get everything nice and loose. Okay, let's start today's class lying down. So bringing your hands to your heart. Lift the spine, drop the shoulders. This is Dandasana, the staff pose. Good. Now drop your chin to your chest. Feeling that nice stretch in your neck. We're going to roll down one vertebra at a time, challenging the core as we come down. Slowly, slowly. You can hesitate here if you'd like to challenge the core a little more, and then come all the way down. When you come all the way down, if you step your feet on the mat a little bit wider than your hips, and take the knees together. So your knees are touching and the feet are apart. One hand on your belly, one hand on your chest. We're going to breathe through the 3 levels of breath. So first level is you feel your hand moving up as your belly rises. Second level, you feel your rib cage stretch. Third level, you breathe all the way to your chest. So this is one deep breath and then a long exhale, belly towards your spine. So close your eyes. We'll do this for a few breaths together. Breathing belly, rib cage, chest. And then a long exhale, belly towards your spine. So all the air is out. Good, now keeping that nice flow of the breath, let's take the arms out like the top of the letter T, dropping your knees over to the right like the windshield wiper blades, tilt the head to the left. And then we're going to move. Inhale, center. Exhale, tilting your knees over to the left and head to the right. And then inhale, center. So you're gently moving with your breath, windshield wipering your knees, your head going the opposite way. Gentle focus on the smooth, even breath. At your own pace. So we're loosening up the lower back, the sacrum and the hips. Gentle spinal twist. Okay, so when your knees go over to the right, if you can stack your left knee on top of your right knee, bring your knees a little bit higher towards your right arm, and then let the head go a little bit more to the left. If you'd like, take your right hand and press the knees together. So it's a little bit more stretch in your lower back. Nice deep breaths. Good, then engage your core to come to the center. So knees towards your chest, give yourself a little hug, stretching out the low back. And then take the arms back out. Like the top of the T, take the knees left and the head right. Your left hand gently pressing your knees together. Good, and then coming back to center, giving yourself a nice hug. So stretching out the lower back, any movements that feel good to you, circling your knees around, and then circle them the other way, or rocking, if you want to massage more of the muscles of the back. And then take your feet on the mat, hips width apart, and we're going to do a little bit of warm-up in the bridge. So, walk your feet towards your bum, as close as you can comfortably get them, but this is not your full bridge, so just nice and easy. Make sure your toes are facing forward, so not out like this. All right, as we lift the hips to the bridge, we're going to lift the arms. So coming all the way up to as much bridge as you feel like doing right now, and then stretch the arms back. Gently bring your chin in towards your throat. Give your glutes a little squeeze so your weight shifts back, and then roll down. So we're rolling down the spine, rolling the arms down, and then we're going to find a rhythm. So any rhythm that feels good to you. So rolling up to this stretchy bridge, shifting the weight back a little bit, so digging into your heels, take a breath or two, and then roll down. Adjusting your feet as you go. And notice which muscles are working. Lower back, hamstrings, glutes, hips, quads. Nice stretch for the spine. Okay, so let this be the last one. So you're going to come down and then do one more stretchy bridge at your own pace. And then coming all the way down. When you come all the way down, we're going back to massaging out your lower back. So knees to chest, and any movements that you like to massage out your lower back. And then let's circle the hips in opposite directions to each other. So making sure those hips are nice and loose. How's that feel? One way and the other way. Good, and then since we did a moving back bend, we're going to stretch the spine the other way. So I'm going to do a little moving plow pose. So plow, you might not get this far, it might be just knees on your forehead, and rock, and then rock to as much of the plow as you want to do. So I'm not holding it, just a little movement.
to stretch your spine. Or you can try touching your toes if you can reach. It's another nice variation for the shoulders, touching your toes in the plow. And then rocking up to sitting. Very nice. Okay, let's bring soles of the feet together. So we're sitting in Baddha Konasana, loosening up those hips. Hopefully we're waking up a little bit. Good. Forehead towards your toes. Hips, groins, lower back. And then rolling up, one vertebra at a time. Okay, so however you had your legs crossed when we started, cross them the opposite way. And we're going to do some alternate nostril breathing. So alternate nostril breathing helps to balance and center your energy in the present moment. It helps to slow down your mind, and it strengthens your whole respiratory system. So taking your left hand in Shin Mudra, that's your index and your thumb joined. Your right hand can be in Vishnu Mudra or any other mudra that you like. Placing your right thumb on your right nostril, exhale through your left nostril. Inhale from the left nostril. And then pinching both nostrils gently closed, hold your breath. And then exhale from the right nostril. Navel to spine. Inhale right. And hold your breath. Exhale left. Navel to spine. Inhale left, like drinking from a straw. And gently hold. Close your eyes. Exhale right. Inhale right, take your time. When you're ready, hold. Exhale, left nostril. Inhale left. And hold the breath. Exhale right. One more, inhale right. And hold. Exhale left, all the air out. And then placing both hands in Shin Mudra, close your eyes, let your shoulders drop and lift the spine. Connect to this moment. To that beautiful silent awareness or aliveness that you feel in your body and in your mind. Just the aliveness of your thoughts, not what they mean. Okay, now flutter your eyes open. That's a little mini meditation. Let's uncross the legs and shake them out one more time. So I'm lengthways on the mat, shaking my legs out, and then taking the arms overhead. Stretching up, exhale, making little movements forward. So I'm stretching the low back once again. Not trying to touch the toes, just reaching forward, and then we're going to challenge the core to come down. So rolling down one vertebra at a time, gripping with your kneecaps a little bit, coming all the way down. When you come all the way down, take the arms behind you and have a nice stretch. Feet, legs, back, and arms. Interlacing your fingers, bring them behind your head and bring your chin towards your chest. So elbows are coming up as chin is coming towards your chest, and we're stretching the back of the neck. Shoulder blades are down. Hopefully this feels really nice. And then turn your head like you're looking over your left shoulder. Nice breath in, and then back in on the exhale. And then turn your head to the right. Nice breath in. back to the center, little squeeze, and then inhale, bringing your head back down to the mat. Taking your arms behind you and stretch, and we're going to do a sit-up. So inhale, reach, gripping with your kneecaps again, coming forward, little movements, and then inhale, arms overhead, look up and stretch up. Good. All right, open up your chest and let's bring the arms back. So fingertips are pointing in, feet on the mat, back hips width apart, and lift your hips. Head can go back if that's comfortable. Shift your weight over to your left hip. Take the right leg straight out. Make it nice and straight and strong. And then step it back down. Shift your weight to your right leg. Take the left leg out. Come back down. Little squeeze in the glutes. And then release that tabletop pose and curl up in a little ball. So we're going to go to the boat. So round your back and drop your forehead. Take a few nice deep breaths here to your belly. Feel your ribs stretch out. Good, and then taking your hands to your hamstrings. We're bringing the legs up halfway or all the way, depending what you want to do today. Remember, this is all about you. There is no comparison in yoga. So don't try to do what I'm doing. Do what feels good to you. And this is the boat. Or Navasana. Okay, pretty good. Let's give ourselves a nice congratulatory hug for holding that boat. Good job. Tell yourself, great, well done. Okay, let's go to standing forward bend. Standing forward bend, plant your feet on the mat. If you're able to do it this way, go ahead, or if not, just meet me in standing forward bend. If you have your bricks, you can use them. So I'm just straightening out the legs, holding the elbows down in front and swaying a little bit. All the blood to the head is really nice to wake up your brain. And then make like ragdoll arms, soften your knees to roll up. And then when you come all the way up, taking the arms overhead, let's stretch up. Good, and then bring hands to your heart. Okay, so take a little jump, and we're making a triangle pose. So a pretty easy triangle, not your widest triangle. Taking your right toes out, let's make a triangle. So we're going to make little movements. Reach over to your right leg, and then reach back. Reach, see how the arms are more or less the same height. And we're loosening up the hips here. How's that feel in your hips? Good. Now when you reach to the left, we're doing this reversed triangle, getting the stretch all along the right hip flexor. Nice. And then coming back to the center, reach over your right leg. I'm in triangle. I hope you're in triangle. Good. And then inhale, coming all the way up. All right. We're going to go from triangle here to warrior one, not warrior two, warrior one. So you've got to step your left foot in a little bit. So I'm going to walk my left foot in and then turn the hips so they're facing to the right. So warrior one, hips are straight ahead, and let's do arms overhead. And then we're going to try to do warrior three. So warrior three, you can use the wall. For example, I've got a wall in front of me. Let's take hands to heart. Warrior three is standing on one leg. So if you want, you can take one hand to the wall and lift that back leg up. And then when you feel confident, you can let go of the wall if you want. Or you can do like airplane arms, or stretch your arms forward. And then from warrior three, we're going to try to step it back to where we started in warrior one. So you take your back leg, step it back, take your arms overhead, and stretch up. Long, deep breaths. Good. Now let's reach. Take your bricks or hands on the mat, straightening your right leg. Right hamstring. Nice, and then let's walk to Prasarita. So I'm walking to the center, finding that forward bend. Good, and then hands to your waist. Let's come all the way up. So I'm back in the triangle. Adjust your feet in if you need to, and then take your left toes out, and we're going to do that movement in triangle pose. Back and forth. Nice. Again, feel into the hips. Good, now when you go back, we're reversing the triangle. So lifting the left arm up and looking at it. Nice. Okay, here I am back in the triangle. Reach over your extended leg and tilt, looking up to your right thumb if you can. Good, on an inhale coming up. Okay, so we're going to make our triangle less wide. So walk your right foot in, or whichever foot in you want, and then we're turning the hips so they're facing straight ahead. This is warrior one, arms overhead. Okay, and then we're going to try for warrior three. So again, you can hold the wall in front of you or hold the back of a chair, that works, or you can do hands to your heart. Many variations. So we're going to shift the weight forward, shine out your heart. Let's say I'm going to hold the wall here and then lift your back leg up. And then when you're ready, you let go of the wall. Okay, stepping back to warrior one. Take that right leg back, lift in the arms, and stretch up. Long, deep breaths. Good, now we're going to stretch that left hamstring. So nice long spine as you bring the hands down or on your bricks, bringing your forehead towards your left knee until you feel a stretch in your hamstring. Good. Okay, let's turn back to Prasarita, which is a wide angled, semi-forward bend. If you were holding your elbows this way, swap them over. Okay, hands on your waist, so we're engaging the core to come all the way up. When you come all the way up, let's take the arms overhead. Cross the thumbs, standing back bend. So you can soften your knees in this little back bend. It's to stretch the tops of your hips. Hold on with your big toes. Hands to your heart. Very nice. Okay, let's turn back to triangle going the other way. So we're back in our triangle. I'm facing my right leg and we're going to do a twist. So turning your body straight ahead, take your left hand down, or you can use a yoga break here, and we're twisting to the right. Good, one more time, that right hamstring stretch. Good, okay, one more time, this warrior one. So adjust your feet in a little bit. I'm back to warrior one. Good, little back bend in warrior one. Okay, hands to your heart. We're going to try another little balance here. So I'm in warrior one and I'm going to adjust onto the ball of my left foot. So instead of the left heel touching your back leg, you're in a high lunge. Okay, so this is a lunge. It's a little bit more challenging than warrior one, this high lunge. Once you get your high lunge, we're going to twist both ways. So twist one way, so your arms are parallel to the mat. Try to look behind you if you can to challenge your balance. And then we're going to keep this lunge and twist the other way. So arms are coming overhead. And then twist the opposite way. Look, try to look at the arm that's behind you. Good. Arms overhead. Good. Now let's sink it down. We're coming to a low lunge. So you don't have to keep your arms up. You can put your arms down if you want. Coming all the way to the low lunge. Whoo! Big stretch for your hips. If it's available, a little back bend. I bet you're ready for downward facing dog, right? So walk out the dog a little bit. Good. Okay, let's come to child's pose. Take a little break. Stretch out the lower back. Good, now rolling up one vertebra at a time. Coming up to sitting on your heels. Coming up onto your knees. Taking that right foot forward, so I'm back in the low lunge. And from this low lunge, I'm going to go to Prasarita. So I'm turning to face you. You can make your legs in that wide angle, standing forward to bend again. So again, if you're holding your elbows and that's enough, that's enough. If you want to try for the big toes, bend your elbows out to the sides. Try that. Good, and then hands on your waist. We're coming all the way up. Back to triangle. Good, okay. Turning your left toes out. Very nice. Taking the arms out. Beautiful. All right, we're going to try a twist. So we're going to take the right hand down and twist to the left. Or the right hand can move over to the outside of your left foot. Good, and then stretching that left hamstring. So forehead towards your knee. Or use the bricks here. And then we're finding warrior one. So warrior one, the hips are facing straight ahead. Good. Stretch up. Or a little back bend. Good, okay. So we're going to go from warrior one to that high lunge. So adjust your back foot. So you're on the ball of your back foot. This is a lunge, a little bit more challenging. And then we're going to twist one way. So arms are parallel to the mat. If this is easy for you, try to look back. Good, and then arms overhead. We're going to stay in the lunge and twist the other way. And then arms overhead. We're trying to come down to the low lunge. So grabbing your bricks if you need them here, or come down like me, slowly, slowly. Once that right knee comes down, you can try a little back bend. And then we're going to downward facing dog. And let's walk out the dog a little bit. Good. All right, let's try knees, chest, chin to cobra. This little dip, Ashtangasana to Bhujangasana, or the cobra. Remember, if cobra is too much for you, you do it down on your elbows. Either one is great. Good, and then pushing to child's pose. Let's try child's pose, hands to prayer above your head. Just stretch your triceps. Good, and then rolling up one vertebra at a time. When you come all the way up, move your shoulders around in a circle. Good, and then let's do the camel.
So, Ustrasana or the camel. Tucking your toes, making a little shelf. Or you could have a bolster here on your legs. Bringing your hands to your sacroiliac joint, push the hips forward. Feel the hips right over your knees. If this is not enough stretch for you, not enough back bend, do a little backstroke with one shoulder and find that shelf of your heel. Do another backstroke with the other shoulder, pushing the hips forward, letting the head go back. Okay, anchoring one hand on the waist, the other hand on the waist. We're going to downward facing dog to counter stretch the lower back. So walking out your dog a little bit. Okay, so let's meet in the plank. So if you took a little break in child's pose, let's meet in the plank, and we're going to try the side planks. I know side plank is very challenging. There's lots of variations. So either you're stacking your feet like me, taking the one arm above your head, or you can take the leg that's on the top of your side plank and bring it forward. That's a fun variation for your hips. So try either one. Either your leg is stacked. If this is getting too easy for you, then you can try to take that leg that's on the top, take it up. Okay, and then let's go back to plank. And then knees, chest, chin to cobra. So gently bring the knees down, elbows stay in as you dip. Inhale, up to the cobra. Good, downward facing dog. Okay, so let's take the left foot forward. We're going to do a low lunge like we did the other way. And then from low lunge, let's move to Prasarita so we can do that side plank on the other side. So moving to Prasarita, which is a wide angle forward bend, again holding your elbows or your big toes. Very nice. Okay, let's walk to the lunge going the other direction. So going to the other way on the mat, long ways, and then stepping to the plank. Once I've got my plank, I'm going to try that side plank on the other side. So here's one variation, here's the other. Taking that leg that's on the top in the front. So my foot is perpendicular to the mat. Of course, if you get tired, go straight onto child's pose, or you can try to stack your feet. Super strengthening pose, isn't it? Or if you want, you can try to take your leg up. Any of those. Challenge the balance to look up. Good, and then we'll go to the plank. Good, and then knees, chest, chin to cobra. Little dip. Nice deep breath to the cobra. Good. Another child's pose. Let's try child's pose. Taking one hand on top of the other hand like this on your lower back. Good, and then rolling up. One vertebra at a time. When you come up to hero pose, little roll of the shoulders. Good, and then take your legs out. So we're sitting long ways on the mat. One more time. Giving them a little shake. And then hands back to your heart, rolling down one vertebra at a time. So challenging the core and coming all the way down. Good. When you come all the way down, taking the feet on the mat, hips width apart. Good. All right. So let's do the pigeon. So cross your left ankle over your right knee. taking your right knee towards your chest. Left foot's flexed just a little bit. And then close your eyes and breathe long and deep. Good, and then taking your right foot down to the mat, cross your left leg all the way over your right leg. We're doing eagle pose. So you see I've got my left leg wrapped around the right leg, and then take the knees over to the right and the head to the left. So arms are out like we do in all the supine twists. Close your eyes. Nice, and then coming back to the center, unraveling your legs if they're raveled up, bringing your knees to your chest. Little massage before we do the other side. Feeling into the present moment. And then left foot's coming down, flexing that right foot a little bit as you bring your left knee towards your chest in the pigeon. Make sure the back of your neck is nice and long. And then close your eyes and breathe long and deep into your belly. Doesn't that feel good? Yoga is so great. We can't really get massages during this quarantine, but we can give ourselves a massage. So wrap your right leg around your left leg. Take those arms back out. We're doing an eagle twist. So the knees are going to the left and the head's going to the right. And close your eyes and enjoy this nice spine massage. Good, and then coming back to the center. So one more time, a nice loving hug. So I really enjoy this moment, really enjoy being me. And then taking the legs up in the air. This is a little inversion to end our class. Or you could try it with arms up in the air as well, but without scrunching the shoulders. Shoulders are down. Back of the neck is long. Nice, easy inversion. Closing the eyes. And then taking your hands or your arms down on the mat. See if you can bring the legs down slowly, slowly to challenge the core. And then when your legs come all the way down, lying in Shavasana. So I'm going to hold the space for you while you lie in Shavasana. So go ahead and find a really comfortable lying release pose. So any last movements you want to do before you relax. So the Shavasana or the corpse pose is oftentimes called the most important pose in yoga, because this is where all of the stretches that we've done get integrated into your nervous system. So your nervous system says, oh, I can relax now. I can just let go. I don't need to defend myself all the time. So lie in this letting go pose and bring your awareness to your breath. And breathe long and slow and deep. Taking a few ha breaths when you exhale. Do you remember that? Nice deep breath in from your nose. And then a few times. Good. Eyes are closed. And with every breath you exhale, feel your body become more deeply relaxed.
So you have nothing to do. You're simply being your beautiful, unique self. Letting that judgy mind calm down. And let the loving mind take over. Your deepest wisdom, let it take over. That wisdom knows that this moment is beyond the judgy mind to actually completely understand. This aliveness. So breathing in love for your beautiful life, exhaling out stress of any kind. And just be. Here and now. Good, now bring your awareness back to your breath. And gently add some movement to your body, your hands and your feet. Bringing your arms behind you and stretch if that feels good. And then very gently rolling over to a fetal pose and joining me in easy pose. That's sitting in a comfortable meditative pose. And let's all close the eyes and feel this one life together. Feels like silence or space. Freedom. And then bringing your hands to your heart and bowing down to that beautiful life within. Namaste.